Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching the 100. This episode 3 of the 7th season. Hopefully guys are excited for today's episode. If you'd like to watch the full episode, it is available for free. Just click the link in the description, put the password in and enjoy. Speaking about links in the description, we are running our top 3 favorite seasons. Yes, from 1 to 7 of the show. You take your pick, you know, I'll do mine in the final episode, and the aggregate of everybody's top 3 will be shown. I can't wait to see who everybody chooses. It's going to be really, really interesting. Last episode, I actually really enjoyed it. It was good. It was pretty much solely focused on Diolza, Octavia, Hope's storyline, which was great. You know what I mean? We see nothing about Clark and Russell and Shade Hader that was going on in episode 1, which I'm totally assuming is going to happen in today's episode. We don't really seem to focus hardcore on one kind of like area or episode and then move into the next one and still focus on it. We usually jump back to the one that was missed and then we go back towards it. But I thought it was fascinating last episode. We got the whole story about the anomaly, how obviously Octavia went in. She was only seconds behind Diolza, but when she arrived there, it was 3 months after. We was told that obviously like 2 days, back in Sanctum is like 10 years here. And, we had the whole story of them growing up, living there. Octavia consistently trying to fight to get back to Bellamy, pretty much finding one of them suits, that was full of all the technology. Then Diolza destroyed it. She was saying that, why are we not enough? Do you know what I mean? We're your family now. We're here. Why'd you have to go back? Why'd you have to see Bellamy and co? I know you love him and that, but why can't we obviously be enough for you? Now, it was deep. Octavia was saying she just wants to warn him. She wants to tell him as well. She wants to warn him about Russell and the Primes, but she wants to tell him that she totally understands everything that he's done, leaving her there on obviously the planet. All he's done for the rest of his life, you know what I mean? Like bringing her up, hiding her, coming down to the ground, trying to protect him. She totally gets it now that she's seen Hope here in the flesh. Now, it's really interesting because I was like, is Hope referencing her as a sister or a mum, before we actually got this episode? But it was Antio, that's what it was. It was Anta. That was the thing that we seen when she was obviously hallucinating. It was Octavia telling her to shush. We got that clip last episode, and it was interesting because obviously Octavia, she wrote a note in a bottle and she threw it hoping that it would sink down and go to Bellamy. But what actually done is went to these other people, like I said, the ones in the masks, and they've come, found out people are living there. They've attacked him. They didn't find Hope because they hid her, and they took Octavia and obviously Diolza away. So it's very, very interesting. I really did enjoy the pace of the storyline and how we was obviously going through it last episode. We obviously have Echo and Hope that's currently there right now with Gabriel because they have actually gone through the anomaly and now obviously said that they've got to wait 5 years until they come to capture the prisoner that's currently there. His time's ticking down, that's on his arm. So I thought it was fascinating stuff, but I fully expect today's episode to be about Clark, obviously the execution of Russell, which is now Shade Hader, and obviously all that going on. So I'm really, really intrigued to see where we go. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode. What did that say? High radiation?
I can take over early.
Thanks.
Reckon they're together. It's so obvious, isn't it?
Come on. Not again.
Yeah, and the actuator mechanism.
Won't go up.
Gonna have to do it manually.
I am assuming we're still on Sanctum here. Oh, them two are dead, aren't they? Definitely.
Use this to keep it up.
100% dead. We can't do anything about that now. That's mad, that, innit?
I lost myself last night. Burning down the palace was a bit extreme. But Clark, he killed your mother. Am I just doing what I know because I don't know how to do anything else? You're doing what's best for Maddie.
That was a good question, though.
I love you, Mom. I'll do my best to make you proud.
Oh, she's burying that as well. It's kind of like when Octavia was saying about burning the farm because people are lost, you know what I mean? Like with the faith, if it's no longer there. But that's like Gaia. She could be lost now.
Must be made. It's time to talk to Russell.
You know what they should do? A vote with everybody, and whatever's unanimous should happen to him.
Your execution is at sunset. Will give you the respect of choosing how you die.
You should have just finished the job last night. Like a sign from above. I'll take the pyre.
Last night, you begged me to save you from the flames.
And now you want it quick.
I'm excited for his acting, you know. I actually really am.
What are we doing? We're just gonna kill each other as soon as we leave. How messed up is it that I'm looking forward to an execution? It's justice for Abby. Well, of course you're fine with it, but I'm a doctor. I should be better.
Well, I kind of understand where he's coming from, but it's not the same thing, is it? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you catch a big, massive international terrorist, yeah, then they deserve what's coming to them. They do. Do you know what I mean? Bin Laden was killed, for example. Now, obviously, if you're a doctor, you could turn around and say, well, you know, my whole job and my whole purpose is to save people in life, not to take them lives. But then again, how many lives was that person been taking? Do you know what I'm saying? So then, you know, sometimes it does counteract with each other, but then you can say an eye for an eye is never the case. This guy's getting executed because he's killed people, and now we're going to kill him. We're doing the same action that's just got him there. But I do get it. I do get it. Actions do have consequences. And do you know what I mean? Sometimes, like I was saying last episode, and somebody said it in this show, it's death is too easy, or death is too kind, something like that. It's an easy way out. You would rather capture them and let them suffer. Do you know what I mean? But then on the other side, I understand where death penalties come in. Like, to me, personally, you know, if somebody, it's got to be factual. You know, it can't be a hunch. It can never be a suspicious. It's got to be pure, blatant, total evidence, 100% clean cut, guilty. Anybody that does anything to kids, kill them, rape them, abuse them, that's it, mate. If somebody give them the death penalty, wouldn't be bothered at all, because how can you do that to that person? That's where, you know, I would like, you know, different in them, but I do get it. It's interesting. Like he said to her, if you're just going to kill me, you should have done it yesterday, because it's definitely not happening today.
You betrayed Russell. You don't get to pretend to be one of us.
Clark just said she wanted to talk to him.
The past couple days, so many of the faithful haven't handled it well.
If Russell told them to stop, would they?
His will be done.
Doesn't this feel wrong to you?
Well, it's not like we have a choice.
You might as well take advantage where you got it.
Good morning.
Still can't knock. It's incredible, really.
Well, you think you could lock the door. What's up, Brady?
Was out all over Sanctum. James failed me again. Get dressed. Time to prove how much you were paying attention on the ring.
Radiation is normal. Here, the radiation is elevated.
Raven, we need to help them.
Oh, it's too late. Look at them.
You have to power off.
He must have pulled the control rod too fast.
If the core reaches 1500 degrees, the whole reactor melts down.
We'll all die.
Mate, I have no idea how you stop that. Do you know what I mean? How do you actually stop that? Can you turn it off? I mean, probably not. Mate, have you ever watched the program? Oh, what is it? Chernobyl. I know it's a real thing that's happened in real life, but they've done a program about it, and I'm pretty sure it was kind of like based on a true story. And, well, actually, I don't know, actually. I could be chatting. But in that, the reason all that power plant blew up is because people was lazy, and they didn't want to do the right things and the right checks, and he was just doing it quick like that guy, and that's how it exploded. Do you know what I mean? It was madness. Honestly, it really was. But to be fair in him, yeah, who's just died, he didn't really pull that out fast, did he? Do you know what I mean? He put, like, when he pulled that up, I thought it was pretty much snail pace me. I was going to say, look how slow that is. I was literally going to say that, but apparently it was really fast, and that's what's caused it.
Wanting to die and facing it are two different things.
They're planning some kind of attack. They want to stop the execution. People will die.
Then tell them not to kill me. What would you have me do?
You still have a voice. Talk to them. Stop them. Go out doing the right thing.
I'm excited for the dark side to come out. The dark side.
You're prime now, Murphy. Act like one. Here's the deal. The core's overheating. Because of that, the coolant pipe has burst in 2 places. So how do we stop it?
We push in the control rods, we plug the cracks, we're good. Nightblood's not a guarantee, but it will help.
I'll do it.
Was even a question?
Clark, you have your hands full with Russell's execution. What kind of danger am I sending my people into?
It's the puking for a few days kind. Not willing to put the lives of what's left of the human race in the hands of a bunch of murderers and thieves who were torturing me and Shaw.
It's dangerous, but your commander wills it.
I think you're lying.
Something happened on that ship, and she hasn't been the same since we reached the ground.
I'll go get her.
Could die
We can't put that on Maddie.
You two treat her like she's just a child. She is not.
No way am I letting her stand in front of these people and order them into a nuclear reactor.
We need volunteers. Without them, she dies too when that reactor melts down.
Why the delay?
Yo, this isn't the right time. I don't know, man. I actually don't know.
Because there is no commander. She had fallen prey to Shade Head out. The Dock Commander took her over, and I could not let that monster lead one crew. So I destroyed the flame. We spent 6 years together in the bunker without a commander. We are still one people. Who will be brave enough to help us?
Yo, that went better than I thought it was going to go. I'm not going to lie.
Singata crew, we're done here.
Tough decision there, because first episode I was saying, do I think it's the right thing to lie to them about the commander still being the commander when that's not the case? Because that was just similarities to last season when they was trying to say that they was gods when they wasn't, and we seen the, you know what I mean, the repercussions of that. What I've got to say is a time and a place for everything. And right now, when everybody's life is literally on the line, I blame that on Clark, me. I'm not going to lie. I'm not slagging her off. I'm saying that's Clark's fault. Or that's just happened. Clark's so committed for Maddie to not be part of it at all that, you know, sometimes she doesn't objectively think. Do you know what I mean? Like, Raven objectively thought, yeah, okay. I mean, it's different. But Raven was like, look, mate, yeah? Probably is the best thing to send 4 people in, you know, 4 of the criminals to go in and sort this out for us. But we need to actually risk people that we trust, because if they fail, we're all going to die. And that's the thing. Like, yes, okay, you could possibly sacrifice a couple of your friends going in there, but you're trying to save everybody. And you're not going to put that big high risk situation on some randomers. And do you know what I mean? Where Clark, you know, all they needed is Maddie to walk in. Mate, who's going to go in and do that and save us? Yeah? How many people would have knelt down? All of them. But not now. You know, morals out the window, all this. You know, she's not the commander. She needs to be a little kid. She said she was sick. I'm pretty sure she said that. What's she sick of? I've not seen it. So I thought it was interesting. I blame that on Clark. I mean, I'm not hating, but it did go a bit better than I thought it was going to go once he found out the truth, to be honest.
Said that they were gonna find us something better, and they will.
When did you get so naive?
Look, we did our time, and they know it. We helped them build the new compound, and it will be ours too.
She's been Pike, just thinking about what ifs.
You lost or something?
I could use some help, and your people have the skills.
The nuclear reactor?
Yeah, it's fairly routine.
You said fairly routine.
The pipe's in secondary containment. It's nowhere near the reactor.
What's in it for us?
How about all the Joe juice that we can drink?
Sure.
How many one crew are still with us?
Not enough.
Let him talk them down.
Look down there. He's the reason they need talking down.
Russell killed Abby, and he deserves to die for it.
I talked to him. He wants to help.
Jordan's idea is worth a shot.
I think something's going to happen with Jackson this season. Guy's got his back up constantly, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? I know that I was saying about before, about when he was saying, I'm a doctor, but first episode, smacked that cup out of Murphy's hand, he was fuming. And then he said that, obviously, to Miller, and now he's just said this again here.
Can't wait any longer. 50 more degrees and we're toast.
That radiation's still clear.
Yep. All clear. I told them what they needed to know. Easy job. I could do it in my sleep.
Then why don't you?
Can we not fight now?
That is true. There's a time and a place, and it's not now.
Better get it done in under 60 because I was not really paying attention.
Comforting.
That's what I'm here for.
Come on, Amori.
Let's go!
I would say the positive for those prisoners is they're in there doing it.
You've got this. As soon as all the rods are in, the reaction will slow and the core temperature will go down.
20 seconds, Amari!
Push up to pull down. There we go. Push up. Pull down. What, are we on 5 seconds?
Get out of there now! Come on!
What the hell?
Get the decontamination now!
Well, the decon shot will remove 95% of the radiation.
95%?
Huh?
Yeah, don't run my rep. Come on.
Of course he's paying attention when it comes to their life.
If you say the wrong thing, Indra will put a bullet in your brain right here and now.
I know you're afraid. I am too. But if my death is needed to heal this wondrous place, then I go to that death willingly. cannot take revenge. That is not our way. We live together or die apart.
Oh.
Everybody move! Come on. Let's get him to medical.
Well, what's the point? You might as well just take him outside.
I think so. I hope so. Because if he doesn't, these fanatics will have a martyr.
We can't kill him.
No, we can't.
That can't have been his plan, though, could it? Or maybe he was hopeful that that was going to happen. Because he didn't do anything wrong there, did he? But they're basically saying, look, mate, if we kill him, we're going to get more of this, but on a bigger scale. And it's going to be a problem. We can't actually kill him. But then that's just very clever from him in the way that he's approached that. And he did go with them well. So that they can't really say that he enticed it, because he didn't. He was saying everything correct. So again, man, you know, everything works just too perfectly. It's like it's a TV show.
Need to reroute it.
I can't. We need it to control the core test.
She said vomiting her cum, though. She did say that.
Then get in there and help. Raven, you're the queen of doing the impossible, right? I'll spin the dial.
I'm not just turning dials.
Oh, Murphy's doing it.
Murphy never went into primary containment. If he's getting sick, that means more radiation is leaking than I thought.
What the hell's happening? My guys are getting sick.
They're almost done.
Tough decision.
Making you dizzy. Don't worry. It's a byproduct of nuclear fission.
You can't leave them in there to die.
They're already dead.
My team's almost out of nitrogen.
I'll get you another tank.
Yo, it's so hard for Raven there.
We don't have time for that. Night blood metabolizes radiation. We'll get her to Jackson as soon as you take this to Hatch. I may not be able to rely on them, but you do anything to save your own ass.
Go be a cockroach.
Do you know what's funny is, like, even though he's fuming, he respects it as well.
On gas, huh? One of the prime. It means you have that blood alteration. I've got someone that I love out there. From what I saw, yeah, you do too. You know, Nix and I, we had a pretty sweet score once in Columbus. Now I'm on another planet, trying to stop a nuclear meltdown. Now, this one hell of a life, huh?
Bank robber doesn't sound so bad.
It became homicide. Nikki, she shot first. Those first two cops were dead. Yeah, it was already a murder rap, so we executed the hostages, leaving no witnesses.
Look at
It worked!
why does it get so close?
You're welcome.
Oh, what we're saying here, I'm going to be consistent in what I say, me. Like, you have casualties in war, and this isn't a war, but it had to be done, mate. Like, it had to be done. For some reason, this show, yeah, every season, there's a nuclear problem that's going to wipe out the entire world. Makes me think, does that shit happen in real life here? Consistently, you've got these power plants on the back foot, constantly doing stuff behind closed doors that none of us know about. Because he's doing it all the time, mate. Literally, doing it all the time. So, like, it had to be done. In terms of the show and the story that we're being told, if that didn't get fixed, everybody would die. So somebody has to go in there and somebody has to die. Like Armageddon. Somebody's got to fly up and smash the rocket. Do you know what I'm saying? Hit the comment. Do you know what I mean? That's what Bruce Willis done. He volunteered. He knew what he was doing. He had to save everybody but sacrifice himself. And these people, right, okay, they went in there falsely. You know, they was told lies. Let's be honest, they was told lies. But once it started, that's it. They're in there. You don't let them out. You don't go, oh, these people are going to... You knew it. You knew the moment you selected them that they was probably going to die. So when they start dying, you can't be sitting there all sad and depressed, you know what I mean? Like, and feeling upset. You made that decision as soon as you selected them. So, you know what I mean? I'm not going to have sympathy for Raven if she's going to have, like, some sort of traumatic experience after it. But this was interesting on Murphy's side, you know. He was locked in, get it done. He was having a conversation with that guy. You know, now he's thinking he's lost a loved one. I'm doing whatever I can to try and save a loved one. Do you know what I mean? It could have a different, like, a impact on him.
Oh, God. I did that.
Yeah, you did. Welcome to the world of Grey.
Trusted you.
Liar!
Has Raven ever been punched in like that? I feel like that's the first time. I don't want this self-depressed Raven. I want the winner, the one that saves everyone constantly. That's the one I want.
Being commander brought her so much pain. And now she won't have to pretend anymore. You okay? When I became a Flame Giver scout, I was so young. You must devote yourself to the flame. But I had my faith. Now I don't know what I have. I used to think fighting is what we do. Now I worry that fighting is what we are.
It's tough, innit, with those situations. Because if people try and attack you, you retaliate.
If you die, your people will burn Sanctum to the ground.
Too bad you don't have the forces to stop it. I think I didn't notice that some of my guards are gone.
They've lost faith in Jordan, but he tells me one of them was helpful in stopping the attack.
To aid in your recovery, my lord. You were right about Jordan. You never suspected he did exactly what you predicted he would.
And the shooter?
Dead. Was honored to give his life for yours.
That was clever. Yo, that cookie looked good, didn't it? It looks soft, mate. Oh, he knows it. Look at him. He's like, this is sick. That cookie, yeah, was like the icing on the cake. Great plan, great rewards. You know what I mean? Soft, warm cookie there, mate. Look well good. Now, Ravens come in. Good distraction for them to obviously convey their conversation. I knew that he'd planned it. I was trying to figure out how that happened. You know, faith is strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, if God, like, you believe in one, and then he comes down, or she comes down, whatever it is, I don't follow. But they tell you to do something, you would do it. Well, I'm assuming most people would do it. You spent all your life honouring the gods, you know what I mean? Living their way, the good way, the right way, trying to be a better person. And then if God comes down and speaks solely to you, will you do this for me? That's everybody's wish, I'm assuming. Do you know what I mean? To serve the Almighty. So, I get it. I totally get it. And, like, it was clever. And he knew it. He pulled it out of his arse, didn't he? He actually did pull it out of his arse, and it was really clever. And do you know what? In terms of this Raven storyline, I haven't got a problem with it. It's like, to me, it shows that people are strong. That's what it does to me. Like, how many people would be in her position knowing that those people on the other side of that glass was dying and seeing them physically in pain and throwing up and banging on the glass, but tell them to carry on, keep going, knowing it, that they're never coming out. People can't stomach it. And it takes a strong person. You don't have to be the right person. You don't have to be a good person. You could definitely be a bad person. But it takes a strong-willed and you know, minded one. And, you know, she's done this and the people have died. And now she's feeling it. I feel like this is the first time she may have done a few decisions that have actually just impacted people's lives straight away. So, like, beforehand, it was always going into a war with somebody. Yes, okay, you make decisions. And a couple of people may die here and there, but the thing is, you was already fighting. People would die. You was trying to improve it, and you didn't. But, like, here, they was chilling. They was outside, they was relaxing, they was eating at the tent. Okay, they was upset. Feel like they got the short straw of everything that's going on. But you've gone over, said, yeah, you know, we need a few, you know, you're part of our society, we need a few of you to come and help us. Small little problem, no dramas, you know, it's really safe, it's routine. Then he walked in and all died. You know what I mean? That is different on the mind. It really is. And I just hope, in my personal opinion, this is what I'm going to say, that from me watching the rest of the season of Raven, I hope that she doesn't have the Clark of last season, the Octavia, where they feel like they need to redeem themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not happy with all of the decisions that they made in the past, and they feel like they deserve to be punished. Octavia is just pretty much get punished until she could turn around and say, look, mate, do you know what I mean? I want to be a better person. The fact is, Raven's a great person. She's a key asset. They wouldn't have survived this long without her. Usually, well, all the time, she makes the tough calls in terms of the coding. Do you know what I mean? Monte didn't want to, you know, hack into it and hit the kill switch, his mum. Do you know what I mean? She was willing to do it. Just go in. She wasn't waiting. She makes the tough decisions, and most of the time they're right. Sometimes they're wrong. But today, I would say it was the right one in a grey area, as Murphy said. If it didn't get done, you would all die. If it did get done, some would die. Do you know what I mean? Who's going to make that decision? She had to, and now it's obviously on her. So hopefully she can get by it. But I think it was something that had to be done. And I do respect her for doing it because it's tough, but I also understand where she's coming from when she's like upset and suffering. Okay, and that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you've not yet voted for your most liked season of the show, yes, from 1 to 7, you could choose 3 of them. Your results of mine be shown in the final episode. Aggregate everybody's results and see the 3 most favourite seasons. Can't wait to do that. Please do check it out if you've not done it yet. Link in the description. Interesting episode, tough on the mind, like I was just saying with Raven there, but it's interesting and very smart from Shade Hader / Russell, whatever you want to call it. He's obviously gone to his people. He's told them that he's obviously got a request for them, and they've all been willing to do it. Now the interesting thing is, do you know what I mean? By seeing the chaos, by him getting shot, they've decided that it would be better actually to keep him alive, because if he's died, you know, you're going to have more of this in Sanctum. It's probably going to get burnt to the ground. Now, I don't know how you would keep him alive, to be honest. Like, okay, you keep him. Are you going to consistently have him as a prisoner, just locked up? People are just going to keep fighting. We've seen it. Obviously, we had episode 1, missed episode 2 somewhere else, and episode 3 again. Both of these 2 episodes that we've seen this season so far in Sanctum, non-stop chaos around Russell. Let's be honest, you got the death to Primes on one side, everybody calling for it, and you've got his hardcore people still following him here. They're not just going to accept, okay, he's still alive, we lock him away again, because you're going to have the same problem. You're going to have the death to the Prime people, and you're going to have save our gods, you know what I mean? So I don't know how they're going to get around this. I mean, I firmly believe that he's going to take advantage and manipulate a few of them and take control of Sanctum, which I personally would actually love to see. I think it'd be really, really intriguing to see how he worms his way around and gets people on his side. Now, the interesting thing is, the people of Sanctum think that Murphy and Amora are Primes. They actually do think that. And Russell / Shade Hader don't really have any idea who Primes are. So, like, originally, you know, it was me, you, and them. And they all knew. They was always alive. Now Russell's completely gone, and it's a false body here, false body there, false body there. They could all just chat shit together, so to speak. So, like, it'd be interesting that if he ascends up, they can pretend that they're part of his people, because the people who live in Sanctum believe it, and maybe they're the key way that they get taken down. I have no idea. I just thought, like, Amori and obviously, what's his name now, Murphy's contribution in today's episode was good. Yes, okay, they got the Nightblood, but you see what was happening to the other people. There was a very high chance that they could be infected and die themselves, yet they was willing to go in, or kind of forced, either way, whatever you want to say, to go and do it. Now the interesting thing is, obviously, Ravens took that tough decision again and locked Murphy in the glass and was like, be a cockroach. Do you know what I mean? If you're not in there, we don't know if they're going to get it done. If you're in there, I know that you're going to be pushing and pushing and pushing them, even though you know they're going to die, to get it done. Now, we had an interesting story of that guy saying that they'd done a bank job and it was going all well until somebody shot and killed 2 police officers, which I'm assuming he was talking about his girlfriend. Then they decided, look, mate, you know, the only way we can get out of this is by killing everybody that's actually seen that happen. So we smoked all of the innocent, you know, like, prisoners, which is very interesting, and I kind of get it at the same time. I don't really agree with it, but I do get it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if you was doing a job and then you kill 2 police officers, you know that you're done for life. If you get caught, you're done for life anyway. You probably get death penalty. You know, let's talk about death penalties earlier on in the episode. If you kill a copper in America, that is probably death penalty, like, seriousness. You're probably never getting out of prison anyway, factually. So what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, why not take a few more people out on the go if it means trying to survive? Now, I'm not saying that's the right thing, but mentality of somebody in that position, that's probably what they're thinking. I've killed 2, you know what I mean? These 3 people seen it. I might as well just kill them as well. Hopefully I get away. If not, they'll just grass me up. So that was interesting, because Murphy was kind of, it looked like Murphy was kind of looking at him thinking, this guy's all right. I actually said that guy's all right, actually. He's not even done anything that bad. And I can't even blame her for coming and beating up Raven as well. To be honest, you know, she thought her boyfriend was going in there for a routine mission. He's come out dead. She's angry. She's retaliated. Now, again, like I said, we've not seen anything about Octavia and, you know, what's going on with Hope, Echo. But I actually think that storyline's so good. And do you know what? We're 3 episodes in and we've not seen Bellamy once. Or did we see him in the first episode? Not too sure now. It feels like it's ages away. I feel like we haven't seen Bellamy this season, which is crazy. The final season, he's named second in the credits, and we've not seen him at all. But I feel like that anyway. But I'm not saying I'm not into the Sanctum storyline, but I'm really really into the unknown storyline of where have they gone, where's he been taken, who are the people in the masks, how long are they going to be there now, can they survive, can they take the people out? That is what I'm into. I think that bit gets me mind working because I have no idea what's happening, so I'm always like, wow, wow, wow. And I hope next episode's then me. I'm not gonna lie, I really, really do. I like this one, what's going on, because I want the Shade Hader to take control. I want Maddie as well, even though like she's not a commander and they've told him today. I want her to ascend. I do. I want her to just somehow get the chip back, or say I'm in charge. You know, if he starts ruling, she needs to step up, or someone needs to step up. I don't want it to be Clark. Give it my girl Indra, mate. You know, give it her. Let her go and rule it. That guy stood up to her before. I wanted her to shoot him. Do you know what I mean? Treason. Going against what the commander says. But no, that didn't happen. But I am excited. I think that it's 13 episodes left. Pretty much a full season. So there's endless possibilities where we can go. And I think we started this one with loads of information, interesting storylines, and I can't wait to see where we go. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like. Really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.